So the college, I mean, it's bowl season, and there's a lot of teams that didn't get to go bowling, and there's a lot of guys that are entering the transfer portal. And now, especially in the NIL era, I think when we take a bigger picture, look back at college, I was about to say college basketball, college football, there will definitely be eras like the BCS era, the 4-team college football playoff era. And then I think this next year, as it expands to the 12, it'll actually just be called the NIL era. They broke a record. Like the total number of athletes that decided to hit the transfer portal in day one set the record and almost doubled it from last year. 1,184 players decided to jump into the portal. Do I think it's wrong? No. Do I think it's right? Also no. I guess, growing up and watching football my whole life, it's like I never saw Manti Te'o jump into the transfer portal to go find more money. I never saw A.J. McCarron do it. I never saw Denard Robinson, Jake Browning, Jabril Peppers. I mean, Jalen Hurts transferred to Oklahoma, but that's because Nick Saban sat him behind Tua, and he wasn't ever going to play. Trevor Lawrence didn't transfer. Even now, all the way up to the transfers that I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand that. I get that. Would be like the graduate transfers, like the sixth years, like Bo Nix or Sam Hartman, where it's like this dude's been playing college football since 2017. I don't blame him for transferring and just playing 1 year. But when you have guys like JT Daniels, or who's that guy that just entered the portal? Dylan Gabriel. I mean, yeah, it kind of frustrates me a little bit because, I mean, he had a decent year at Oklahoma. So it's like, why would you just run? And I'm probably going to do another video later as everybody has transferred and everybody's found a new home. I'll probably do a reaction to that. But like, this just shows the ugly side of college football, truthfully. There will probably be guidelines that further it where it's like, okay, there's a set deadline when this is when the transfer window is open, because it's basically the NFL trade deadline, and to me, you could call it selfish, but to have players who think that they are NFL prospects sit out for bowl games, coaches also, like I'll look at Duke, for example. Riley Leonard was a pretty solid quarterback, and he put Duke on the map there with his coach, Elko. And they had something going there for Duke where if they play their cards right, hit the portal right, they could get some guys in there and they could contend for an ACC title. And, they'd knocked off Clemson. All they got to work on next is knocking off Florida State. Plus, in an expanded era, why wouldn't, if you run the table a little bit and get a 9-3 record, why wouldn't they put you in the 12-team playoff? Well, Duke gets offered more money to go to Texas A&M and he leaves. And so why would Riley Leonard, after being promised to be the starter by that coach, why would he want to stay and have a new coach be like, I don't really want you. Back your things get going, which I think is what's going on with Kyle McCord. It's just play the rest of the season. You got one more game, just play that game. It's not like what you learn now from Thanksgiving to Christmas, and then we have the bowl game during the New Year's. It's not like what you learn now is going to be so important before spring brawl. Pardon my French. Before spring brawl. I did it again. Before spring ball rolls around in March. It's not like, these extra 2 months are going to help you. Because sometimes there will be things outside of your control that you can't, have no say in. For example, getting fetched over by the playoff committee or being fetched over by the refs in the game. And sometimes all your practice will not help you when, for example, Alabama versus Auburn with, 4th and a mile, Mill Road to Bond. It's like, I don't think all the extra work and practice that they put in between the bowl games of transferring and then the offseason to the spring, like, I don't think those extra 2 months in that window is what helped them execute that play. No, like that's a far reach and a stretch, but I mean, it's crazy that the transfer portal's turned into that. I'll probably give a reaction, like I said, when it's all said and done and everybody's found a new place to go. It's just going to get crazier and crazier. Not shocked. Catch you in the next video. See ya.